I have never once heard any parent in the whole universe ever say, I love bringing my kids to the doctor. I just love it. Never, never. For the most part, parents hate when their kids are sick. We don't want our kids to feel bad. It's no fun. It's not fun for us. It's not fun for them. We don't like to feel bad. We don't want our kids to feel bad. And we also do not like taking our toddlers to the doctor. It's just not fun. Most parents, so if you're interested in 5 tips, tips that I have for you to make bringing your toddler to the doctor easier, go ahead and stay tuned. Okay, so my son had a doctor appointment today. We went to the eye doctor. He had to get dilated. You know, it wasn't terrible, but it still has you on edge, like, oh my gosh, is he going to freak out up in here? Is he not? Is he not? But you know what puts those thoughts at ease? These tips I'm about to tell you. So the first tip for just to make the pediatrician, whatever your child's doctor appointments, especially toddlers, that 2 to 4 range, easier. Number 1, have snacks. Have snacks, okay? Like whatever your child likes. Like for one, my son loves fruit snacks. So you need to know, I come in there prepared with the fruit snacks, okay? We just like making it rain in the doctor appointment, okay, with the fruit snacks. Just like, ah. Yes, bring a bunch of snacks, whatever your child likes. It helps to distract your child while they're in the waiting room. They can kind of have some snacks. If they've just done a procedure, if you kind of need to get their mind off of the procedure or the pain, kind of distract them or whatever, eating snacks, you know, if it's allowed, they have some procedures that you can't, but if it's allowed to eat snacks before and after and during, eating snacks is a good distractor. If you forget everything else I tell you in this video, number 1, bring snacks. If that procedure allows your child to eat snacks, bring snacks and let them eat snacks, okay? It will save you some heartache. It's just a good distractor from sitting in the waiting room, from them being bored. It's a good distractor from maybe after they receive the shot or something like that. Just bring snacks. Okay, the second tip, bring those electronics, bring those iPads, if they have a phone, bring those phones. If you're gonna let them use your phone, bring those electronics and put on those cartoons or put on those games or whatever. It's just a good distractor. A lot of times when you're sitting in there, maybe having to sit in the waiting room 30 minutes, or even if they go to the eye doctor and have to get dilated and wait the 30 minutes, or it just, they can get bored. They can get bored, start getting finicky, moving around the chair. They want to get up and run. Bringing the iPad is a great distractor, or the tablet or whatever. It's just a great distractor, especially while you are waiting. Bring that iPad, okay? The third tip that I have for you is to only bring one child. Now, you just have to if you have more than one child, if you have multiple children, you kind of have to figure out a way of some type of child care or whatever, so that your other children are being monitored and being cared for, whether they're in school or daycare, or a family member is watching them, while you bring that one child that has the appointment with you. It definitely, for what I've seen, makes it easier because you only have one child to tend to versus all of your children. So instead of trying to keep all of your children busy and occupied from being bored and managing the child that is either sick or there with the appointment, you just have that one. And honestly, for COVID now with the pandemic, typically it's like that now. You can only bring one parent and the child, which is the patient for that day. That definitely just makes things easier versus, one child is crying and then the one that's there for the patient and dropped and they want this and they want that. That's busy. That's busy. It causes a lot of stress on parents. So just bring that one child that is there for the appointment that day. My fourth tip is to offer praises. Offer praises to your child. When your child is participating in the assessment and letting the doctor look at them or assess them or whatever it is, give them a shot, and they take it well there, give them praises. Be like, good job, good job. You are a good little boy or a good little girl. You are a big girl, big boy. That's mommy's princess. That's mommy's king and hero. You're like a superhero. You're like awesome, like Spider-Man, or you're like a princess, like Cinderella, and you did that like a big girl. You did that like a big boy. Give them praises. Give them praises. That's going to make them feel good about themselves. It's also offering positive reinforcement so they continue to allow the procedure to take place, allowing the doctor maybe to listen to their lungs or listen to their bellies or look at their ears and their eyes and their mouth, giving them praises, especially you as their parent. or their guardian giving them praises, it can just make the procedure go so much smoother and so much easier for the doctor or for the prescriber and for you as well. I think that was my 5th one. The next one, okay, the next tip is, I think, number 6. I think so. I don't know. I'm gonna have it on there. But the next tip is to offer some type of reward that they can receive after you finish the doctor appointment. So say, for instance, if you just have that child or whatever for the day, you can be like, okay, you do this appointment super well, then when we leave here, we're gonna go to the park. Or you know what, you do this appointment so well, when we leave here, you can go home and just watch TV and play with your toys because you're not going back to school for the day. You can just hang out at home, you know, or I'll buy you some ice cream, or you know what, if you do really well, then this weekend we're gonna do something special, or whatever the reward is. Offer some type of reward at the that they can have after the appointment. It can just give them something to look forward to, like, okay, all I have to do is get through this appointment and then I'm gonna get some ice cream. All I have to do is get through this appointment and now I'm gonna be able to go home and go to sleep, or just watch TV and just not have to go to school today. You know, it just gives them something to look forward to, and it's just part of that positive reinforcement. Like, come on, let's do what we have to do at this appointment. Let's get through it, and you're gonna get a reward at the end. Okay, you're gonna get a reward. So yeah, and then the last kind of tip is, I don't know what number I'm on, 7, I guess. But the last tip I have is to pre-medicate. Of course, check with your doctor to see if this is, you know, is allowable, or, you know, a good idea for you or your kid, your child or children, depending on your situation. But you can check with them. But, you know, if you can pre-medicate before they take their shots, like give them a little bit of Tylenol, Motrin, or something like that, you know, an hour to 30 minutes before their appointment, it can kind of help offset some of the pain that comes with like shots and stuff like that. So, and then another thing, this is my last tip, is sometimes you have to use broad words and honestly not even use the word doctor. I'm going to say at the age of about a little bit before 2, but definitely right at 2, and then anything after. My son associated the doctor as like a negative term because he, you know, they're getting all those shots and stuff like that when they're born, especially when they're 1 and when they're 2. And at 2, whenever I would say the word doctor, he would be like, oh, I don't want to go to the doctor. No doctor. Bad doctor. No doctor. Because he associates the word doctor with shots. So I have to change my terminology and I don't even use the word doctor. I don't say doctor. I just say something broad, like an appointment. So he's like, where are we going? Where are we going? I'm like, we have a health appointment. And who knows, he might get he would probably get familiar with that in a health appointment. I might have to change the wording up, but for right now, like, I'll say health appointment. Or if it's an eye doctor, eye appointment, or a lung doctor, lung appointment, or a heart appointment, you know. Are we going for the belly? A belly appointment, you know. You kind of have to simplify it. I don't use the word doctor because he doesn't associate a doctor with shots. Whenever I say doctor, it can have nothing to do with shots. But if I say doctor, no, I not go to the doctor. They do shots. I not want those shots. That's my 3-year-old right there. I'm like, okay, change the words up sometimes. If you have to change, I say health appointment. Health appointment. And whatever you got to do to keep the peace between you and your child, get them in the car, get them to the doctor, get taken care of, and then get back to where you need to go, okay? And then you're doing, at the end of it, hey, mom, dad, whoever it is taking those kids to the doctor, clap, clap for yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back because you are doing a great job. You are doing a great job, okay? And I hope these tips are wonderful for you. If you have any other tips to just make it easier to bring those kids to the doctor appointment, especially toddlers, go ahead and drop them in the comment section. If you like this video, like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, follow the journey, check out some of my other videos where I'm introducing just different things, talking about different things. I'm a nursing student, wife, mom, health inspiration, and like kind of wellness type of things, and nursing stuff, of course, as well. So if that's interested, join this journey and come on, okay? Well, I love y'all. Peace and blessings. You're doing great. Bye.